Aurora Women's Conference. What are you waiting for? Be deliberate about changing your life. Register now at www.strandsofpels.org or WhatsApp +233-265-051-182 to attend the Aurora Women's Conference June 8th and 9th, 2023 at the Alisa Hotel, Accra. Aurora Women's Conference. Reflect. Reset. Roar. Susan Quist, Managing Director of Piedmont Advisory, and Ashiokai Akrong, Head of HR of Vodafone Ghana. Ashiokai shares about the power of vision boards in helping her map out her career. She also talks about the importance of being change agile and working across different industries throughout her career journey.
A question I have for you when I listen to your story is, did you have a plan for your career? Did you have a vision board of sorts for your career?
Yeah, so at different points in my life, I have had vision boards. They have changed. So that's the thing about vision boards. So, I always tell people when I'm talking to them, don't be fixated on, this is my vision, this is where I have to go, and I'm not listening to any other experiences. For me, when I was in Legon, working at Joy FM, I always knew I wanted a career that was global. So, the multinational thing. So I had a vision board that incorporated that. It was very broad. I didn't limit myself to what exactly I was going to be doing, which is, I think, helped also to kind of switch careers. So yes, then I did. And then, at different parts, at different times in my career, I have had vision boards as well, but I've always kept it very, it's not been very narrow.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when I listen again to the different roles that you've had and the different companies that you work for, I think what stands out for me is the fact that you've had different functions or functional experience, different industries, different countries. And so talk to us a little bit about where that comes from, that desire to do different.
My mom always tells me that I have pins up my, what. But she always tells me I don't stay still. I want different experiences, different challenges. And so if I go to work and I'm starting to get bored, it's time to do something else. And I think for HR too, we're pretty fortunate in that you can move from industry to industry quite easily. You have to be very, change agile though, because you have to learn the industry. I mean, with HR, to be a very good and successful HR partner, you have to understand the business. You have to understand how the business makes money. Why are we not making money? You have to understand all the details about it, the external environment, all of that stuff. And then your functional expertise then comes in to support. So the most challenging aspects of moving is, of course, then moving to, so for example, from medical device to aerospace engineering in Honeywell, and having to learn, what is this? What does this all mean? What are the challenges? And then you have to ask questions a lot, and I do. So you learn quickly, and then you're able to then bring in your expertise and then round things up. So I think for HR it may be a little easier to move around because if you have the functional knowledge, then you just have to be mentally agile and change agile to get it when you move.
I like that, change agile. And so when you think about skills and competencies versus qualifications, which would you choose?
I tell people so for new graduates, people who are just coming up, right? You don't have the experience, you don't have the technical, you may not have the technical experience needed to work for an organization, right? But so then the other becomes very important. And so when I'm hiring for, the Vodafone graduate trainee program, we're looking for different things. We're looking for somebody who is confident, somebody who can come in and challenge, somebody who, again, is analytical. So we give you different scenarios to work through. And that's what we don't ask you about the job itself, because the job itself, we're going to train you for it. Now, at different parts, if you're getting into management or senior management, etc., both are very important. You have to have expertise that you're bringing, which is one. But the more difficult part, I always tell people, is actually the softer part, the behavioral, because that can actually make you trip more quickly than the technical. The technical, we've gone through your CV, we know that you can do this job, you can be the finance director, which is why we're getting you in. Now, the behavioral is what can trip you up if you don't pay attention to it. Like, how do you build a team spirit? How do you get your team engaged? How do you talk to people, and do you see where your blind sides are, and do you ask for help, coaching and all of that stuff. So, yeah.
How do we think about acquiring some of these soft skills?
It is through feedback. So you have to be open to feedback. I had a VP of HR that I worked with in Josie. She used to tell me, Ash, feedback is a gift. So you have to surround yourself with people who are not afraid to give you feedback. And then it's for you to act on. So if somebody's telling you that, this is what I'm noticing, this is, and this is how, sometimes they will even give you, this is how, you can change. And you're blind to that. It's very difficult. I mean, EQ is very important, especially as you grow up in the organization. You have to know where your blind spots are. You have to acknowledge everybody has stuff they have to work on. And I always tell people that ask for feedback, actively ask for feedback, because like it or not, we are talking about you in the organization. Like it or not, either quarterly or yearly, depending on the organization, we are reviewing your performance. Not only the technical parts, we're reviewing the softer part, the behavioral parts, right? And if the organization has, different culture, a culture that has, let's say, teamwork, getting it done together, etc., they're reviewing you on all of those things. So whether you ask or not, it's been done. So it's to your benefit to ask your manager, to ask your HR, how did, the reviews on me go this year? Can you give me feedback that I can work on? And that's how you take that feedback, you work on it, and let people see that you're working on it, and that's how you grow.
What do you know now that you wish you had known 20 years ago?
That I shouldn't do it all. Like, I should ask for help. I was like, okay, you have to do this, you have to be the perfect mother, you have to be the perfect employee, you have to be the perfect manager, and it was just all too much at a point. This whole superhero, and we all have to be superheroes. We're all superheroes already. I mean, there's just so much that one person can take on. I'll give you an example. So, and the mommy guilt is always very present. So, this morning my daughter had her speech on prize giving day, and so she's getting a prize, and I told you I was going to be here at 10, and then this morning, so I had, her dad was going to go, and then she said, Mommy, really, you're not going to be there? And oh my gosh, my heart just broke. So I texted Susan. I was like, okay, I know we're going on at 10:30. I promise you I'll be here by 10:30, but I can't be here at 10, like I said. So just give me the 15 minutes. The thing starts at 9. Hopefully they would have gotten to her by then. So I went there, and then when it was 10 o'clock, it was just, so it's right here. So 11 minutes to get here. I did my map quest to see how long it's going to take to get here. It wasn't going to her, it wasn't her class 10 yet. So I was like, you know what, just take pictures, and I have to come. And not try to feel so guilty about it, because at the end of the day, you have to delegate some of the responsibility, and it has to be okay. And you have to have the discussion. I am going to have the discussion with her bribery with ice cream and stuff, but you know, you can't do it all, and it's okay to ask for help. Yeah.
So we have, obviously this is a women's conference, we have some men in the room, and we talk about this notion of work-life balance and asking for help. And I actually didn't plan on asking you this question. But as you think about career mapping and all the other things that you want for your life, you want to be a mother, you want to be a wife, you want to be a good daughter to your parents, you want to be a good sister to your siblings. How do you balance it all?
That word balance. I mean, this week I've really been feeling it because it's just so much, you know, that's going on from, you know, the sibling side, from trying to provide support, and the work side, which is very busy now. Again, I think it comes down to, you know, asking for help and not feeling like people will judge you. I mean, some people may judge you, but so what? You know, as long as you get the stuff done, from, if you know, nanny to your mom, if your mom is available, from your siblings having to step in to do different things for you know, for your daughter, and then at work being open as well to, I mean, so letting your manager know that this thing going on with my daughter's school, can I have the 30 minutes? And to be able to ask for those as well when it's kind of not planned, you have to put in the work, and they have to know that, you know, when you're here, you do good work. And so when I'm asking my boss that, oh, I need to slip out for an hour to do, you know, so it's a speech day to do this and this, then they can support. But it's all about putting in the work as well. Let people know that, look, when I'm here, I'm very present, and when I'm not here, it's for a good reason. So keeping it all in balance, stuff will fall. And so, you know, do you have a village who will help you pick up when some other stuff, you know, are falling?
What are you waiting for? Be deliberate about changing your life. Register now at www.transopels.org or WhatsApp +233 265 051 182 to attend the Aurora Women's Conference June 8th and 9th, 2023 at the Alisa Hotel, Accra. Aurora Women's Conference. Reflect, reset, roar.